Hello, my name is Rick Jordan. I'm here to help explain to you some important suggestions as you begin your business with Unicity International. Over the next few minutes, I will share with you what I did when I started my Unicity business and also what I've done to kickstart my business through the years. Before we get started, I want to congratulate you on your decision to join us with Unicity. I remember when I got started. Was I nervous? Of course. Did I have some apprehensions? You bet I did. But I can tell you this, that joining Unicity was the best business decision I have ever made. When you start any project, you need to have a plan of attack, if you will. We will call this plan your 90-day sprint. With this plan, you need to have dates associated with it. This is very similar to a football season where you have a set timetables with the preseason, the regular season, and the playoffs. Each time period builds to the next. The same thing is true with your Unicity business plan. Now, the reason we chose 90 days is that studies have shown that it takes 90 days to cast off the old habits and to make new ones. So we're going to create the correct habits for your business in your first 90 days. So to begin your 90-day sprint, you need to have a start date and an end date. I want you to include every day within those 90 days, including weekends and holidays. And mark this on your calendar. For example, I started one of my 90-day sprints on June 22nd, and it ended on September the 19th. So you don't have to wait for the beginning of the month to get started. Now, this is very important. During this 90-day sprint, 70% of your time, at a minimum, should be spent filling the pipeline with new franchise owners. Now, let me repeat that. It's so important. During this 90-day sprint, 70% of your time, at a minimum, should be spent filling the pipeline with new franchise owners. You see, every business needs capital to get started. Now, your Unicity franchise doesn't take a lot of monetary capital to get started. What the capital investment we make to start our business is our time. It's your most valuable asset. You need to guard your time and to protect it so that someone won't steal your time away. This can be difficult because most people work this business from home, so there can be a lot of distractions. When I started my Unicity business, because I was not used to working at home, I had to tell my family that when I go into my office, it's as if I'm not at home. Don't come in and ask questions or want me to play with you because I am working. Every day, know your objective, whether it will be how many people you will invite to watch our video presentations, or set up an appointment to meet with you, or to go to a small group presentation. Make a goal each day to contact a certain number of people. Now, each day could be different depending upon the amount of time you have for that day. However, I would set a minimum goal for the number of contacts you will make each day. At the beginning of each week, look ahead and plan which days and the hours in those days will work for you. I know that you're probably like me and have started your business part-time. You probably have a lot on your plate, and you're now adding something else. So look at your week and set aside time to build your business. I recommend that you set aside specific hours each day to work your business. Remember, you won't be successful if you treat this as a hobby. It has been my experience that hobbies always cost me money and not make me money. With your specific hours set each day, and this can change from week to week, remember to guard those hours and don't become distracted with other things. We all have lives to live outside of our Unicity business, and sometimes we need to be flexible with our time. But remember, your capital investment is your time, and you have to make those deposits. Set a goal each day for the number of hours you will work and the number of contacts you will make. Now let me teach a principle I learned from my insurance business. It is called Sinaloa. Sinaloa means safety in numbers and the law of averages. Now let me explain. As you build your business, there is safety in numbers, meaning the more people you talk to, the more apt you are to be successful. We have to continually make contacts to be successful. Now everyone has their own success ratio. This is where the law of averages come into play. It might take one person contacting 10 people to have 5 people actually accept the invitation to look at Unicity. It might take another person 6 contacts to have 5 people accept the invitation to look at Unicity. You need to know what your ratios are. The only way to determine that is to keep accurate records of your efforts. To help you keep your records, we have developed the Activity Monitor. You can get this form at bileslifetraining.com. This will help you measure your results. You will want to record how many contacts you make, how many said yes, how many said no. You will want to know what you sent them and when to follow up. It is all in the Activity Monitor worksheet. What I don't want you to do is keep track of how many phone calls you make. You only need to keep track of the people you actually talk to. Now let me illustrate this principle. Let's say that you go out and you make a commitment to talk to 2 people every day. That's 14 people a week. That's 60 people a month and 720 people over the course of a year. If you made that commitment, do you think after contacting 720 people that you could find 5 business partners and 20 customers? I think you could. Now let me illustrate this going down 1 generation. You help those 5 business partners make the commitment to follow your example and make 2 contacts every single day. That would be 10 contacts additional every day. That would be 70 a week, 300 a month, and 3,600 over the course of the year. Think of how many more people would have the opportunity to become a product user, to become a franchise owner with those number of contacts. Now let's just go down 1 more generation. Now you help your 5 business partners to then find 5 business partners over the course of the next year. Now those 25 new partners make the same commitment that you did, and they're going to contact 2 people every day. Well, the numbers become staggering. You would now have 50 contacts with those individuals, 350 over the course of a week, 1,500 over the course of a month, and 18,000 over the course of the year. And in total, just looking at the yearly number, that's over 22,000 people being contacted to evaluate our product and to look at our business. Do you think with that many contacts, you would have a growing, thriving business? You bet you would. Now let me talk about a couple of key principles you should know when beginning your business. This business is easier built faster than slower. People want to be a part of a fast-growing, dynamic organization. Unicity's Fast Start bonus program is designed to reward you to do the correct activities and build your business fast. There are people earning now $4,000, $6,000, $8,000 and more in their first couple of months by qualifying for these bonus pools and the Fast Start commissions. Achieving the bonus pools will immediately give you the proof of income that people are looking for when looking at our business. You can also set a standard for your team from the start. I have heard it said that belief turns to knowledge when the check clears the bank. Your belief in our business will skyrocket when you qualify for the bonuses. We have talked about your first 90 days and the activities you should be doing. After those 90 days, take a few days rest, recharge your batteries, reward yourself for sticking with the 90-day sprint. This first 90-day sprint was designed to establish your personal and group momentum. You will want to start another 90-day sprint once your rest period has ended to advance your personal and group momentum. And then you'll want to take a few more days rest and recuperate, and then start your third 90-day sprint to sustain your personal and group momentum. If you follow this 90-day sprint plan of attack, I can guarantee your success, and you will have one of the fastest growing teams in our business. Remember, you don't have to be full-time to make it big time in our business. You just have to set aside the capital investment of your time and do the correct activities, and you will become successful in our business.